try and have a garden update. We'll see if the new pup lets me, or if she just starts chewing on my plants. We'll see. So this was all grass last year, and we are turning it into a food forest. It's a shade garden because we have a lovely giant ash tree above me. Yes. So I put clover as ground cover, and it's kind of a living mulch, so anywhere the ground is not covered, often there'll be weeds, or the ground will look really baked and hard. So the idea is the ground doesn't want to be left uncovered. So clover is a nitrogen fixer, so it adds nitrogen to the soil, takes it from the air, puts it in the soil. So then I just rip out some of it and lay it on the ground where there's no, where the soil is bare. It's called chop and drop, and it kind of just helps amend your soil over time. And then I have some hostas planted, some Saskatoons. This one hasn't leafed out yet. Hopefully it will. And then a row of haskaps along here. The idea is it's supposed to get really tall and bushy in here. With all the Saskatoons, there's quite a few. I think I planted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Saskatoons. So I want it to be really dense. The idea is that it's going to provide privacy for when we're in the hot tub, and a wind barrier a bit. There's also a high bush cranberry, red currants, and this is a weeping larch. I just like the look of it. Can't really eat it, I don't think, but gotta have some stuff just for fun. There's ferns in here, there's asparagus, there's strawberries planted, garlic, and tulips, and phlox, lots of hostas, that sort of thing. Put some black currants in there too, we'll see if they take. And this area here is lettuce, and I put up a pea trellis. My peas are still all covered because the birds totally chew them down. And then there's a grape that I'm trying to grow up, this pergola. And then there's also grapes in the corner. They're doing well. My dog's eating wood and going crazy. Yeah, so the grapes are starting to come back. They're kind of slow in the spring. My dog's just ripping around like a crazy dog. So like nothing's safe back here anymore, so as you can see. A lot of my stuff is still covered because of the birds and the flea beetles. I think the flea beetles, I might be safe to uncover things. So this is where I planted all my tomatoes, and these are like the tomatoes that were under the cozy coats. And as you can see, they're doing really good. They're like even flowering. And then those ones are the ones that I just covered with some plastic and frost cloth with the really cold weather. And they're not doing nearly as well. So, cozy coats do great. I will definitely probably buy a couple more of them. So this is the year of the tomato. I planted a ton of them all through it here. Pear tree, I'm going to start training on the wires. As you can see, we've got wires placed. That's a espalier dwarf honeycrisp. Oh my goodness, dog. What are you doing? She's already pulled out cucumbers, new raspberries, that sort of thing, so don't watch her. That's a Valentine apple over there that I just planted as well. And we'll have a sitting area there, and then a nice pergola with a swing set for Reagan. Alliums are starting to, or chives are starting to go to flower, and this is a columnar apple tree. It only grows kind of straight up, but it has full-size apples. Not that I would know because it hasn't flowered yet, so hopefully soon, in the next year or two. Out of there, pup. This bed. So when they say dill can be weedy, this is what happens when you do not pick up all your dill before it goes to seed. But that's okay, we like dill and we'll share it with our friends. And there's peas in here, and this is what I mean by the birds will chew them down. These were quite a bit taller and they've been munched. So these are my test peas. I also have cucumbers planted in here. It's a succession plant, so cucumbers should grow up first, or sorry, peas will grow up first, and then I'll pull them out when the cucumbers are getting bigger and then train them on the wire. There's my frost cloth from this bed. Put that away today. And then these are our red raspberries, which will get pulled out hopefully this year, maybe next year, depending. I want to get rid of this shed and expand the garden, and eventually maybe have a greenhouse, but not for a while. This bed has my brassicas, like just more bok choy and stuff in it. I had to replant a lot of it because the flea beetles were so bad this year, so we'll see if it does good. If not, I'll have to find something else to put in there. Maybe some more beans. These are Reagan's pots. She plants them up with flowers. There's garlic planted along here with yellow raspberries. So the idea is I'm trying to make eventually a border that maybe I can get off from the dog. We'll see. Long-term plans. And then this is also Reagan's bed this year. She planted a bunch of seeds, so I don't know what's gonna come up. We'll see. Oh, out of the compost, dog. This dog is a handful. Hey, Moon, come here. And the blackberries, black currants are doing good. It's an elderberry, it flowered. Black currant. This is one of our apricots. This one had a couple of flowers this year, so we'll see. Maybe we'll get an apricot to try. I don't know. And then the two other apricots are there. So we will see. We've got another Saskatoon here and more black currants. Sour cherries. Cucumbers back there. This is kind of our junk pile right now, plus Reagan's playhouse. That's where we want to put our shed when we buy a new one. And then, I don't know if you can see this. Oh, the dog's going for a swim. Must be hot. She's black. There's my pear. There's asparagus down here. And this is actually interesting. It's ground cover raspberries. It's supposed to have little raspberries and it's supposed to be like a ground cover, so we'll see how that does. Some flowers and some more asparagus coming up. There's garlic in here too, but it was planted really late, so it's pretty small. And yeah, that's about it. And a crazy dog that's gonna probably... I took all my cozy coats off because it's way too hot for them. Hey, get out of there. You're gonna poke holes in there. Nope.